Hey guys, welcome to Bonehead Truckers. Subscribe to this channel if you like up-to-date trucking content, news, information, Bonehead Truckers of the Week. We have a lot of fun here, okay? We're trying to get up to 300,000 subscribers by the end of the month here. We got a little ways to go, so hey, hook a brother up and hit that subscribe button, okay? I appreciate it. Do I sound fun? Do I sound in a good mood? I absolutely do, because today that I record this is Monday night. This will be posted on Tuesday. This is a huge win for the trucking industry. Secretary Sean Duffy of the U.S. DOT, he says, huge alert, U.S. DOT is giving thousands of trucking schools 30 days to comply with federal rules for drivers, or they may be forced to close down. This whole may be forced to close down, you know, get 30 days to comply with federal rules. I mean, things like that, kind of just like, okay, is it really going to happen? He says the days of a wild, wild west trucking industry are over under the Trump administration. Listen, as a driver that was driving, you know, over 20 years ago, you know, driving in what I consider the wild, wild west, okay, before the ELDs, before all that crap took over, the true wild, wild west that, I mean, those have been gone for a long time now. The Wild West that he's referring to is the Wild West for foreign truck drivers to come to this country untrained and not properly trained and running over people and driving down our rates. And so this is a huge win. If you know Bonehead Truckers, you know, this whole channel, the whole Bonehead Truckers name is basically, my whole theme is to promote training, to promote a better lifestyle, promote better pay for truck drivers. Okay, and I'm always saying, hey, self-policing, you know, stop wearing flip-flops, stop doing all this stuff, and we need to do better, right? But sometimes the people that are coming into the industry, we can't help, right? Because either they're coming from different countries or they just don't know. They don't know, and they've been, you know, they haven't been trained. And finally, they're talking about it. He's going to, let's go to this website right here from the AP. Federal Review finds 44% of, oh, come on, freaking pop-ups. Jeez, stop it. Federal Review finds 44% of U.S. trucking schools don't comply with government rules. We've been calling this out, right? We've been calling this out for a long time here on this channel, that they call what they have CDL mills. Okay, and Duffy has actually talked about CDL mills in one of his recent press conferences. Take a listen.
Who is testing these drivers? Who is taking drivers in, seeing if they speak English, and then testing them on basic skills that would allow them to be certified to then go to the DOT to get a license? So these are commercial driver's license schools. And a lot of these students are coming through these schools. They can't speak the language, and many of them are not proficient in the English language. Many of them don't have the skills to operate these big rigs on the roads. But nonetheless, these schools are certifying that they're qualified. Not only that, they don't have documentation that they're citizens. So we are going to go after the CDL mills that are issuing licenses across the country, sending a certification in to our state DOTs saying that you have a qualified individual to drive a big rig and licensed in your state, and the truth is they are not. We are going to take a hard look at those individuals, and there will be serious consequences for them. Nearly
44% of the 16,000 truck driving schools, 16,000? I'm not sure if those 16,000, are there really that many trucking schools out here? And that's hard for me to believe. 16,000? I don't know. Maybe there is, you know, that are defunct, that they're not doing anything, but they're still technically there. Maybe they're out of business, but they're still registered somehow. Maybe that falls into the 44%. Nearly 44% of the 16,000 truck driving schools in the United States may be forced to close if they lose their students after a review by the FMCSA, the Federal Transportation Department, found they may not be complying with government requirements. The DOT said Monday that it plans to revoke the certification of nearly 3,000 schools unless they can comply with training requirements. 3,000 of those 16,000, right? That many? I'm still like flabbergasted. So they have 30 days to comply or they're going to be shut down. We need a federalized CDL program. The fraud is unbelievable. And you get these foreign drivers coming over here and they slip money underneath the table. We've seen articles and articles about this for a long time. That this has been happening, and finally the FMCSA is actually doing something about it. I actually made a video yesterday talking about how the FMCSA is just dragging their feet on stuff, and then today, Monday, December 1st, that they do two things. The other thing that they have, going on today is like the FMCSA today announced a complete overhaul of the vetting process for ELDs used by truckers, helping to ensure non-compliant devices are blocked before they ever reach the FMCSA's registered ELD list. This is not getting rid of the bad ones that are already out there. I mean, they're doing that slowly but surely. But this is to making sure they have procedures in place to where it's harder for just some Joe Blow to come out here with an ELD for them to manipulate, right? You guys remember when we were all on paper, you could go to a truck stop and go get your logbook and they all looked the same. Little bit changed here and there on the top header, but for the most part, they all were the same. So the company couldn't manipulate the logs. Only the driver could. Okay, and that's the whole purpose of having ELD, because they got tired of the drivers doing it. Now the drivers can't do it. The companies are doing it. Which defeats the purpose, because the driver knows how much he could do before needs to go to bed, go to sleep. Okay, the company will push a driver. We've got that on record. A freaking company will go and push a driver, okay, and manipulate their logs while they're going down the road, and force them to drive unsafe. Okay, and has the ELDs actually made any? Have they made the roads safer? I don't think they have. All right, someone's probably got some numbers. Is roads safer now since 2017? 2017 is when they, made it law. Okay, where everybody had to have them. Are they safer now than what they were 8 years ago? I'm just sitting there saying. All right, so great news coming out of Washington this week. December, Christmas is starting to come early, but again, we've heard a lot of announcements and stuff like this and things, not happen. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. But this is huge news. Trucking schools. Listen, I wish I could start up a trucking school. I'd do it legit. Okay. And these ELDs. So it's a great start to the last month of 2025. 2025 has just been a roller coaster of the year in trucking, and I'm glad to be a part of it. Bonehead Truckers, we're gone.
So with all the bad companies out there, where's all the good companies at? Well, right here, TRC Freight. I've been telling you guys about TRC Freight for how many years now? What makes us better is that we're transparent. Okay, you negotiate your load, you get the rate con. Sometimes we book a load for you. Guess what you get? The rate con. If you book a load for $1,000, you get 88% of that $1,000. We don't mess with the logs here. If you have hours, you have hours. If you don't have hours, you don't have hours. We're not going to go and sit there and says, hey, Mr. Joe Bob truck driver, we're going to change your hours. We're going to need you to run 20 hours on this load. We don't do that here. We are an American company ran right here in the United States of America. We have United States citizens. When you call us, you're calling us United States citizen. Okay, that's big today. I'm just sitting there saying, okay, and the owner of TRC Freight is a Marine. You just don't mess with Marines, okay? There's some patriotic son of guns. I'm just sitting there telling you. Listen, if you want to find out more about us, give us a holler. TRC Freight, trcandme.com is our website. 88% full transparency. We don't hide anything from you. You come over here, you know what you're getting. And I'm telling you right now, we're Americans over here. That means something. TRCandme.com.